Hello. Are we on? We're here. You can see me, you can hear me. Looks like it. I'm not spoiling Outer Wilds. No, but that is the one thing in the game that I think I can display as not a big spoiler is the the literal first thing you do is wake up. Hello, hi, yeah, playing the new Doom, Doom: The Dark Ages. I just finished this on Friday night. Sorry, there's annoying people driving their cars really loudly down my street. Hello, everyone. Hello. Yeah, I finished this the other night on Nightmare, in like default Nightmare settings. And I wanted to do a second playthrough just because I wanted to anyway. But also just because I wanted to try cranking up the difficulty even higher. Yeah, trying to climb up against the skill ceiling of this game. Because, you know, for those who saw my streams on Doom Eternal, you know, I love that game. I think Doom Eternal is one of the best action games, period. Like, not just like a great shooter, but one of the all-time greats of like very fast-moving, aggressive, proactive, demanding, uncompromising action games. So I was a little bit worried about this one, about the Dark Ages, because they'd show stuff and they're talking about how it was sort of tankier and a bit slower, and it wasn't about like switching weapons and all this stuff anymore. How does it stack against Eternal in 2016? Well, I mean, I think it's better than 2016, but I haven't played that in years. Like, I think the last time I played it was 2018, which was probably just to get footage. Like, 2016, I've only played twice. You know, back when, like, I very first played it and I would have done a second playthrough, I didn't, like, 100% it. I don't even think I played it on Nightmare. You know, this would have been back in, like, 2016, 2017 that I played it. Doom Eternal, though, I don't even know how many times I've played Doom Eternal. I have 130 hours in the Steam version, which I could play that game, like, forever. I could play Doom Eternal so much more. It's just I have other games to play as well. Like, I still haven't beaten the World Spear master level, so I went back after the other stream and like I beat Horde mode again, and I beat the Mars Core master level. That was the only base game master level I hadn't beaten yet. So the only master level I haven't beaten is the World Spear. And obviously I do it on Nightmare. I've gotten like 1/3 through it, but because the master levels don't save your checkpoints, so like if I play the master level, get through it, I've been stuck on it for like 2 hours, and then I have to go to bed. If I close the game, I have to start all over again next time. So that's the only reason I haven't beaten it, is because like if it just saved where I was at, then I could just come back to it and beat it in like a couple, you know, nights through the week. But it's kind of hard to do that when you got other things to do. Doom fans are like Sonic fans who complain about the new games, but instead the new games are actually good. Funny you should mention that, because part of what I'm considering for because I'm probably going to do a video on this game. Like, I'm taking notes, I'm recording footage. The Outer Wilds collab with Pariah is, I mean, we haven't done it yet, but like, it's coming eventually. He wants to do it soon. Yeah, funny you should mention the Sonic thing. I'm kind of going to tie in narrative threads, you know, points that I've made in the past about Sonic Frontiers and like the stagnation of 3D Sonic gameplay. Maybe some points from like the roguelike video. All that stuff is going to come back for the Doom video. It's been on my mind a lot, because we'll start the game soon. Sorry, I like to talk for a bit first. It's because once I start playing, it's going to be a little bit hard for me to stay on topic. Again, like if you saw the Doom Eternal streams, it gets hectic. Like, it's hard for me to read the chat at all. Is basically impossible. I have to wait until the fights are over, and for me to like stay you know, in my headspace to like remember what I'm trying to say is quite difficult. Seeing people say it's an overcorrection for people disliking Eternal. Yes. I think I agree with that. The music, funny you should talk about the music as well. The music, I'm kind of, it's not as good. Not as good as the, like, it's not bad. But, okay, so, look, I'm gonna spoil, you guys are gonna get an exclusive spoiler point about my video. So the core I'm thinking of getting into about this game is a lot of the issues I have that I didn't have in Eternal. You know, like Eternal felt like a huge improvement over 2016. It wasn't just different, it was better. Whereas this feels like, okay, there were people who were bad at Eternal and they said the game was bad because they were bad at it. So we're gonna overcorrect and make it a little bit simpler and a little bit slower. I mean, it's still really fast, which I like, but we're not going to make you switch weapons. We're not going to make you move around as much or in many cool ways. And in a lot of ways, I'm okay with that because it is very different. So it's giving me a new type of fun zone, as Hugo Martin would say, to master and to get into. And I'm completely fine with that. I think a lot of the changes in this game are really good for the game this is trying to be. But the core point I'm getting at is just because it's different doesn't excuse it from being not as good as Doom Eternal. That's my issue. And it's very much the same people, very much the same things I've said about Sonic games, right? Like 3D Sonic, of you know, I know the 3D Sonic games are very different from the classic games, but the problem is that they're worse. Like, I could accept 3D Sonic being quite different if it was as good as the classic games, or better. You know, and I think the only time they've gotten close to that is with, like, Generations. And Generations doesn't have rolling physics, it doesn't have, like, big open, you know, sloped level design or anything, but it's fun for what it is. Still not as good, but, like, still very well done. And this game, I'm kind of feeling that a bit, where I'm like, it's fun for what it is, but I really think some of the, you know, for example, Doom 2016, the big issue was that Hugo Martin said so many times is that you could just walk up to enemies with the super shotgun and just like kill them in 1 or 2 hits. And the game didn't really encourage you to weapon swap and use your full kit and like think more. So Doom Eternal was like, every weapon's going to have a specific function. Enemies will have weaknesses to certain weapons. They have weak points. There's multiple ways to deal with them. In this game, once you get the super shotgun, you can just kind of walk up to everything and just blast it. Like, you don't have to weapon swap. You don't have to think as much. And when this game does get hard, because they have patched it, well, sort of like server-side patched it, which is weird. So you won't get like a Steam download. The game is just already updated because they're adjusting balance things network side, and the game just gets it when you launch. When the game does get hard, which it can, and it will today because I'm going to have the difficulties cranked up even more, it feels like it's hard because there's just so much shit happening. So, like, it's not hard because I'm fighting a hard enemy or, like, a group of hard enemies. Like, I'm not... If I'm dying from the big, like, super heavy demons, it's only because they're... Like, I just mistime, like, a parry or something, because the game's very parry-focused. Which, again, let me say, for the people who hated Doom Eternal for, like, being really rigid and restrictive, which it's not. Like, it's... I think that's just wrong. Like, I don't think that's an opinion. I think it's just incorrect. And people who say Doom Eternal's like Simon Says or whatever, which again, I'm like, no, it's really not. You're just not very good at the game. For the people who think that, and then say that this is like way more open and free, and I'm sort of like, what are you talking about? It has a parry. Like, the game is built around parrying. That's effectively a quick time event. Like, what do? You see a green flash, you hit the button to block it. How is that more open and, like, creative than Doom Eternal, where you had, like, a million options at any point? Like, I just don't... I don't understand. I really don't understand. Like, I've seen people say that. I've seen people like, oh, I really hated how like restricted Doom Eternal was, but this is like, oh, you finally like feel like you're the one controlling the fight. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. That was Doom Eternal. Like, that game, you were in full control the whole time doing like all this crazy shit. This, I feel way more reactive, a lot less proactive. Well, I talk about the story. The only thing I have to say about the story. Oh, before I forget, you guys can pick. You guys can pick which skin I'll use. Um, and this will probably be in like footage for the video because I'm going to record my footage while playing this. So you've got the default skin. I'll put a poll on in a sec. We've got the default skin, you know, fucking awesome. The Verdant one, which I quite like. This is the NVIDIA, like, because I have an NVIDIA GPU. Got this skin. Actually, my girlfriend had to get it for me from her computer because it wouldn't work on mine. The key just like didn't show up at all. Nightmare skin because I beat Nightmare. I don't know if I'm going to bother with Ultra Nightmare. I've never beaten Ultra Nightmare. Even Doom Eternal. I tried it a few times and I was like, I just don't want to start the whole game again if I die, you know? And this is the Void skins, like a pre-order bonus thing. So let me just make a little poll real quick. And then I'll get back to what I was talking about. Okay, we've got default, Verdant, Nightmare, and Void. Alright. Go forth and vote. Yeah, Doom Eternal added in, yeah, like a full map maker thing as well. It's crazy. Yeah, Doom Eternal, like, I was actually just talking with Pariah about this yesterday. We were just talking about this game, and, you know, he fucking loves Doom Eternal as well. Like, he really got into it. And I'm very proud and very happy from his experience. We were talking about how, you know, people complain about Doom Eternal being too rigid and whatever and all this stuff. And the example we were talking about were the plasma shield guys in Doom Eternal, the ones that put up the blue shield. And the game tells you, like, you know, plasma-based attacks will break it faster. So you shoot them with a plasma gun or the ballista. But there's so many other ways. Like, if you walk up to them with the chainsaw, you just chainsaw right through the shield. If you sticky bomb, use the combat shotgun to sticky bomb the ground at their feet, it'll falter them. Like, they'll go into a stun, and then you can glory kill them. You can shoot rockets. You can remote detonate a rocket behind the back of the shield guys to hit them with that. You know, like, there's